The Federation of Pays Blanc. A land blessed with crisscrossing plains and rivers, its layers are mediocre, with hardly any artifacts of importance, making them easy to take down. These dote the lands, and those landowners who took control of them would be powerful local figures rising to the head of fearsome clans. These budding nations intermarried and knit together, becoming the feudal state that preceded the current federation. The dearth in strategic resources in the face of an attack by a foreign adversary has been a constant source of concern for the Federation. Having sustained a heavy amount of damage from the Empire's invasions, the dark clouds of dust came as a blessing in disguise. A king of rare sagacity, Eidos improved the sanitation of the entire Federation by establishing underground sewerage systems. He also encouraged immigration and spearheaded the foundation of the Adventurers Guild, which brought drifters and vagrants together to provide defense of the nation and to contribute to its industrial development. Unfortunately, sudden development brought its own severe problems, the deterioration of tradition and unity, coupled with worsening social unrest. The burgeoning democratic movement had begun to recognize the unchecked corruption in the bourgeois systems in place of each of the regional cities. Here in the waterway-strewn capital, Pays Blanc, every night is a watercolor of desire and chaos. King Eidos! Your Majesty! I'm so sorry for barging in. Oh, you're already awake. Good morning, Romanus. The full moon is due north. The dark clouds of dusk are gone. Gather everyone immediately, although I'm sure everyone is already getting ready. The solemn pale blue light of the moon lights up the marble of the hall. Despite it being the middle of the night, soldiers and high officials of all ranks and creeds are abuzz with excitement and noise. Silence! King Eidos has arrived! Cease this applause. It is the middle of the night. It is entirely unwarranted. King Eidos, that is not true. The only reason the adventurers could even hope to be working so diligently here is all because of you, sire. And it is our nation's hard-earned taxes that supported them. Support even from past till present. Yeah, what a relief it is to know that wasn't in vain. As Guildmaster, I once again must thank you for generous budget for the guild. Sir Edgar, that isn't quite... That's enough. Can you all not stay quiet? Apologies for it being so very late, but as you all very well know, this is the beginning of the new age we have so long waited for. Yes, exactly. The Federation's, nay, the whole of Eldorado's most fervent wishes have been granted. Behold, before us, the full moon obstructed by those foul clouds. Furthermore, what was it? Oh, said Edgar. This is also thanks to the great contributions of the Adventurers Guild. Well, business will be drying up for me because of this, but it's whatever. This is for the best for everyone. If I recall correctly, Alex's little adventuring party set off toward Dragon King Isle before all these changes started, correct? Morgan's nostrils flare as the joy welling up within him burst out as tears on his cheek. Yes, that it was. That was Alec and Kuhn, my son's party. They really actually did it. Let's not be hasty, Minister. Some other country's guys could have gotten there first. And while we have lost all contact with them, let's not rule out any of the other adventuring parties that went before them too. Of course, forgive me. I was far too hasty. We should pray for their safe return for now. That's all we can do. Absolutely. We are not here for merrymaking. Your Majesty, I suggest we send a scouting party to ascertain what has transpired on Dragon King Isle. Of course, we must confirm conditions on the ground and protect our adventurers, if necessary. I shall authorize the immediate dispatch of a reconnaissance party to Dragon King Isle. Prepare them at once. Even since the clouds first appeared, the seas around it have always been dangerous to traverse. Don't attempt to land if doing so appears infeasible. Splendid! By all means, please utilize my trade organization's vessel. Love making parents blind to all else, though I do understand the sentiment somewhat. Forgive me. You're fine, Morgan. You always do your utmost for us. I too wish for the safety of your sons, and pray that they return as heroes. Well, there's more urgent news to report. Would you be able to examine this? I'm not sure if you've ever dealt with something like this in your dealings, Morgan. Is this an emerald? No, it's too murky and dark within. However, it doesn't match the description of any other mineral I know of. What is this? I do not know why, but something about this is off-putting to me, deep in my chest. I completely concur. It definitely has a magical air about it. I've never seen such a gem before in all of my trading days. Many more like it are being found. More? But where in El Dorado from? The Federation's lairs. Even the lowest ranking adventurers have gotten their hands on some. They all want to convert their loot into money, but I have no clue what the going rate is. If even the finest trader in the whole Federation, financer to the nation, mighty mineral mage Morgan over here can't figure it out, or this out, then it might be an artifact. Hold there for a moment. I will test how good it is at conducting magic. Please place it there. Oh, slumbering courts, hear my vow. Unleash the potent magic you conceal within, at once. King Eidos? Are you alright? Huh? What is it, this? What the heck was that? That was way overboard, Mr. Morgan. You could have hurt King Eidos. No, I definitely went too far there. I didn't predict the emerald would act as an instant catalyst for magic. That means it will be just as powerful every time it is called upon. King Eidos, I deeply apologize. I will ensure the repairs are funded from my personal treasury. Are you sure you're unharmed? No, I'm fine. This, however, how much of this has been excavated in the Federation? That's right, and not just in one spot, from basically every layer that dotes the land. This black emerald is a fuel source. To think this resource has been hiding in our lairs. This will start a new era for the Federation. Excavation must commence immediately. I'll negotiate with my trade organization to work out distribution and regulations. If this were to be discovered by other nations, the countryside won't stay silent. Shall the Adventurers Guild mediate excavation? Both of your proposals are sufficient. Act accordingly. This major plan is for the advancement of the Federation. Man, the quest keeps flooding in despite the clouds disappearing. Any rookie could use this to gain some substantial fighting power. How come something like this is only being found now? I'll arrange for the reconnaissance party post haste. If you'll excuse me, I must be off to go discuss these matters. Meeting adjourned. King Eidos, are you sure you don't want to seize Dragon King Isle? It'll be overrun with zealous barbarians before long. That will not be necessary. Our nation has expanded far too rapidly as it is. As the city-states continue to declare independence, a venture overseas is far too risky to consider. Of course. Understood. You are correct. However, listen to me closely, Edgar. If the brave folk from our nation have already secured a base for us there, then it's only natural to want to support them and occupy it immediately. That eventuality, however, has yet to materialize. That is due to my own lack of strength. It vexes me. Not at all, King Eidos. The clouds have vanished, which is a huge leap forward for us. Even if they have perished in the assault, all is not lost by far. That island is critical. If the Dragon King truly is gone, mark my words, it will become highly sought after. You are saying the balance of power has been broken, are you not? Forgive me, but I have been wishing in private that this standoff would last forever. If that was your goal all along, you should have instructed so. You're too kind for your own good, King Equus. I could very much say the same about you. I understand all too well the kind of person you are, and you have exceeded my expectations. Huh? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I'll take it as much appreciated, compliment. Thank you, as always, Edgar. I shall ensure that you and your crew can carry out your work swiftly. Take care. You run away. Wow. Well then, now that is all settled, I'll also take my leave. But this gem, there's something about it and its beauty. Maybe I should bring it to my sadistic friend. What in all of El Dorado are you? It seems the fortunes of the Federation are about to change. The moonlit night appears as a deep green ocean through the lens of the black emerald in Equus' hands. The dark magic swirling within blocks the light of the moon, almost as if plunging the world back into the darkness whence it had just escaped. I have fulfilled my duties as monarch of this land. My time as ruler is drawing to its close. Oh, how I envy the heroes of the world. Salutations! My name is Drunker, and today we are back with another episode of another Eidos of Dragonvein R. Today we are going to be rereading The Black Emerald, Chapter 1. So, I actually did record this before, however, it was during the time when I had my old mic and it was not really good, so you know what? I'm just gonna read through everything again. And I mean, it's a good refresher, cause I'm getting lost in the Eidos world, cause the newest event, which is called Oppression Liberation Army, which I actually did record, got me confused. So I gotta retrace back my steps. So we're gonna be playing the Black Emerald. And there are a lot of stories to go through, so I'm not even sure if we're gonna divide this into 3 parts. Heck, it might even be longer, but that will depend on how I will structure it. So yes, but all I know is that's gonna be more than I think 3 parts is pretty decent. Wow, that's gonna be a lot. That's whatever I will decide. If I'll do it 1 part, 2 part, depends on how long it is. So yeah, so we got 4 places to check out. For this part, we have 5. The Free City of Very, and then here we only have 1, and then we have 3 here, and we have like I guess 9 here. So yeah. So anyway, let us start with. Let me check my mic. All right, everything looks fine. Let us start with Wise King Equus. Thought there was something wrong. Oh. The Black Emerald, Freedom Adventure, the Federation of Pays Blanc. So we are starting off with King Equus and his royal guard. Right as Kun and the gang had escaped from Dragon King Isle, Equus, king of the people in Kun's hometown in the Federation, was receiving intel from the Isle. So Amberdon succeeded in taking control over Dragon King Isle. Obsidonia won't let that slide without a cost. The free cities in the countryside were quick to launch trade with Sepia for weapons. This, though, has only exacerbated the fears of the people. The nation is at its limits trying to curb the wave of immigrants entering the Federation and handling the difficulties in maintaining order and financing as a consequence. The Federation is in dire need of a strong leader now more than ever to ensure solidarity. But do I really have the caliber to accomplish this? This is sure to cause a headache. King Equus, please try to stay composed. Please, drink this. Huh? Why, thank you. The halberdier hands him a goblet of fresh well water. Equus is quick to douse his parched throat with it and aims to relieve himself of his anxiety. His federation is blessed with many rivers, grasslands, and simple lairs. Though its lands have lacked other strategic resources, Equus has skillfully compensated them by effectively utilized water via the constructions of canals and aqueducts. Perfectly chilled. My head already feels much better. I was planning to spend much of the day with appointments, but I'll need you to change those times for me on account of my poor condition. As you wish. Unbeknownst to Equus, reports made to him only covered the basic details regarding the Isle's capture. Crucial details regarding the custody of the adventurers he had directly given order for were inconveniently left out the reporting thus far. The Dragon King's survival and the transformation of Kun into a demi-dragon. All of this is being covertly hidden from King Equus as Kun's father, Morgan, uses his own discretion to completely mobilize the Federation's forces to search and detain them. You know what's crazy? I haven't seen this sprite in forever. It's been a while actually. When was the last time this ever showed? Like, no, I think it was a really since Sepia. But anyway. You awake? Good morning, Leonhardt. Aren't you up early? What are you talking about? It's already past noon. What? What's the big deal? We have plenty of time. Sleep as much as you want. But I can't afford to do that. The Dragon King makes a point. It's only natural to need that much sleep after all what had just happened. The same can be said for you too, Leonhardt. What with your ship and all? Fine. If I got discouraged with each little problem I face, I could never continue pirating. Looky here, some presents. Oh, donuts! They're freshly made. The smell is divine. Hand me some too. These are amazing, despite being made by the hands of lesser mankind. Shut up and just eat the donuts. Thanks, Leonhardt. It's nothing. After all, I had to go out on an apology tour on account of all the trouble my men had stirred. I managed to get these instead of getting yelled at. All thanks to you getting an early start. With all the commotion going on in the bed next over, there's no way I could get any sleep. What? Sorry about that. You could have joined us, you know. Alas, it was for but a brief moment the gang could all sit together in harmony while stuffing their cheeks with donuts. Oi! Are there any dragons inside? This is an investigation! Oh my goodness. What did I say about entering my home without permission? This is your house? There's mold on the wall! Golly! I'm sorry, I said I would be subtle. I said I would be subtle. Kun, run! Federation soldiers have kicked open the front door and are floating into the home like an avalanche. Kun, hurry! Sir Barbaros, are you alright? Let's escape through the window since you're still tiny. There's no use with escaping as the hideout is already surrounded. This is an enemy onslaught. It would appear that you and I are their targets, Kun. It's a grave sin to disturb my peace. They'd best be prepared for what's coming to them. Oh my god. Tuh. Leave it to the Dragon King. Aren't you a tough nut to crack? Soldier of the Crown, let me remind you that this is a free city. We will not stay silent while you do whatever you please here. These talks of declarations by the free cities are all a bunch of rubbish. Neither I nor King Echoes has recognized your independence. All I'm saying is hand over the fugitives. We were already informed about their whereabouts. Who reported them? Don't tell me it was my old man. The reward money was probably too good to pass up. What's going to happen to them once they're in your custody? Can we even trust you guys? At the very least, Kun has protected this town alongside us. Bill! What are we gonna do? At this rate, we'll be captured. Let's just run and leave it to them, Kun. Wait, what? How could we do that? They're fighting because of us. That's exactly why we should run and leave it to them. We can't possibly stay here in the first place. Barboros stuffs the last remaining donut in his mouth. You're the one who complained of wanting to return home. So what are you gonna do now? Get captured and go home? Or go home by your own strength while risking everything? I'll go home by myself. I don't want to be captured. Elaine, Amory, you're coming with me. Let's break through these guys. So, what are you going to do? Isn't it obvious? I'm following them. I can't let the big shots get away. Help me with backup. I figured. They sure don't go easy even on land. My lord! Soul! It appears that Soul, the giant, is holding back the soldiers at the Gate of Veri. Not much time has passed since declaring independence from the crown, so the citizens are once again showing signs of alarming unrest. What the? Casting yourselves in our necks from the other side is perfect. Giant, let us through. I can't. You'll do something bad to my lord. Do you really wish to get hurt too? We won't be lenient on you just because you're a sacred giant. Get away from Soul. Do not harm the citizens. I'll be departing this town henceforth. There's something strange about these soldiers. They smell like the creatures of the deep. What? Just then, one of the soldiers silently aims his bow at Kun. Watch out! Oh, Soul, shine! Oh my god, you look creepy. Gah! Soul, enough, please! You're going to get yourself trapped in this mess. I'm sorry, but... You think that we're letting you get away? I was right. There's something strange about them. It's just like what happened on the island. Everyone's lost their senses. Oh my goodness. Impossible! You're saying that all these men here have lost it? Yuck! This is no different than being in a lair full of gross zombies. Tough little bastards. Kun, let's go! The Federation of Pays Blanc is blessed with flat grassland and rivers, with the landscape being dotted with entrances to lairs that are easy to capture. Pays Blanc hasn't needed to build fortresses or castles above them like all the other nations. Though, there hasn't ever been enough relics unearthed to change the fate of the nation. Enough resources are extracted nonetheless for the landowners of their lairs to build cities. The current royal capital, Pays Blanc, which bears the Federation's name, was the city responsible for uniting the regions together against foreign imperial incursion. Did we lose them? Wait, I can't run much longer. Me too, I'm at my limit. Thanks to Leonhardt and Robin using smokescreens, the gang was able to ditch their pursuers, at least for now. Avoiding using the streets, they've managed to escape the city limits of Very. I would have never thought I'd find myself running away from humans.
Sir Barbaros, at least help carry some of our belongings.
If we had simply exterminated our pursuers, we wouldn't have needed to escape in the first place. Did we not tell you that that wouldn't work? How so? All what's happened is that we've been being chased on land and at sea. Are you not tired of it already? If we were to injure any of the soldiers of my homeland, we'd end up become the bad guys. Plus, something is definitely strange about how the soldiers chasing us this morning were behaving. Why has this been happening over and over since what happened on Dragon King Isle? It's as if they're being controlled by something. That's because you truly are the world's most prized catch. The way they forgot about this after 5 years, for almost 5 years. Whether it be on land or at sea, there's nowhere for you to hide from the magic forces prowling after you. So, this is the doing of some sort of magical beast? It's not about you begging me to become a dragon? That's correct. Why would they do something so roundabout like that? Well, are you hiding from me? What was up with that green stone we saw? It's a Shadow King of Sinful Desire, an opponent far out of your league to handle. What is that supposed to mean? Are you saying that he's one of your relatives? Ugh, there's no talking with you.
Sinful Desire? I think I read about that somewhere in the old text of my homeland of Amberdon.
At any rate, if you would simply become a full-fledged dragon, you could free yourselves from all these sort of complications. Here you go, trying to seduce me again. I'll stay the way I am. I don't know whether it's because of the dragon blood or not, but I already feel like I'm losing myself. Kun has his eyes wide open as he stares directly at Barbaros as he says this. The resentment Kun had towards him for being his bitter enemy had become muddled by the memory of that fateful kiss of his which gave him magic. Those conflicting memories forced up emotions beyond explanation. I knew you would say that. I tend to let you do what you please, at least for the time being. Now, what was it that you wanted to do? Go home, was it? Yeah, that's right. Kun shrugs as he affirms this in front of all the friends he has dragged into this debacle. Yet his desire certainly is to return home as he is face to face with the temptation of the sea. This, however, would not be a triumphant return home. After all, he had lost his older brother and been disfigured by partaking of dragon blood. Furthermore, he needed to see for himself whether his father, Minister Morgan, had actually issued an arrest order for him. I want to check what's happened with my father for myself. That's why I shall head to Pays Blanc, the capital. I know he had come to the island, but for him to issue an arrest order for me? The capital of all places. Aren't there lair entrances there in the capital? Of course, there's even one at my home. There are also places only royalty may enter. It isn't rare for individuals in the Federation to have a lair entrance be in their home. However, the few lairs where precious relics are actually excavated are heavily monitored and far larger in scale. Those lairs become the centers of major cities. I guess there's no other choice. Somebody! What ends up breaking the silence is the screams from an unknown voice. It's clear that something isn't right.
That scream! It's coming from inside the forest! What shall we do? Sir Husband, Sir Barbaros!
What do you mean, what shall we do? It'll just be a bunch of trouble.
We need to go find out. Someone is obviously in trouble. Yikes! Look at all the slime!
What a bunch of low-level garbage! Blast it! I know we see slime all the time, but I've never seen them teeming like this before. As soon as they step foot in the forest, they're overrun by an immense torrent of slime far exceeding what they had encountered in the grassland.
Hey, there's a voice coming from there!
Elaine is pointing at a rift in the bedrock. Whoever's making those screams must be in there somehow. Oh, okay, so it's Korka, but I think the screen glitch, it's alright. I can't concentrate on my incantation. Damn it, these monsters, they're sticking to my weaponry. They're so heavy. Someone, please, help.
It's a bladed soldier. He's being attacked by slime monsters.
This place is likely the entrance to a lair under the Federation's jurisdiction. The endless stream of slime monsters appear to be coming out of its cave. Are you really going into that? You just escaped from these sort of things.
I am. If my brother were here, he would.
The instant Kun exerts his dragon arm, sparks begin to rain down from the hot clouds that are beginning to billow around him. Is he really going to go along with using divine dragon power without hesitation?
Elaine, I need your support. On it!
The horde of slime monsters instantly become incapacitated by Shikun's shining dragon heat wave. Though handling so many of them en masse would have been a miracle for any adventurer. Well, let me just check, yeah. After Kun has calming disposed of them, it's clear that they were just run-of-the-mill slime.
Wow, that saved the day for me. I am so grateful. I was sure lucky, huh? Are you hurt at all?
Oh my god, this is the loudest thing on this planet. Oh my, okay, I stop.
Are you hurt at all?
Thankfully, I believe I'm unscathed. I sure sweat a lot though. That was quite some exercise. My name is Korka. I was dispatched from the capital to investigate regional lairs. This is what happens, I guess, when I let my guard down. Following Elaine's example, Kun steps forward to bow at the soldier once he sees that the soldier has composed himself. Hey, thank you for rescuing me. Elaine, let's keep on hurrying. Wait, huh? You're a dragon! Contrary to how Kun was worrying the interaction would be, the tiger soldier is simply taken aback by what he is just now noticing. Well, let's just say that neither of us saw each other. Why, of course! You did save me after all. I wouldn't have been able to do anything on my own. Besides, you wouldn't even be in my jurisdiction. Actually, I recently only heard rumors about you. You really are a dragon. Korka's Adam's apple can be seen moving up and down as he takes a good look at Kun. It would appear that his dragon musk is to blame. Not your jurisdiction? It would seem that some soldiers have been mobilized for your capture. Since it's not exactly the case that you're a wanted criminal, I can easily pass off meeting you as if nothing had happened. So, why is it that you're here? I'm investigating the lair. I was told to do so in haste. When I arrived here along with the lair's gatekeeper, I was truly startled by just how many slime monsters squirmed out. As you can see, I'm part of the Royal Guard. It's my duty to protect King Equus. Unfortunately, I have seen no sight of him, nor of Minister Morgan. Command with the castle is in disarray, and I for one am truly anxious about the ordeal. Sorry, I've said too much, haven't I? Minister Morgan is my father! What? Really? I'm trying to return to the capital so that I can be reunited with him. In that case, I shall serve as your defense, although it might be too dangerous for you to return to the capital right now. No worries, I got a great idea. There's an inn that's good about staying quiet in the exchange town. You guys can wait there. I'll go find Lord Morgan and bring him to you. Really? Hey, are you really going to believe this guy? At this rate, even if we make it to the capital, we're just gonna get captured. I don't want to have to put everyone in danger again. I suppose an inn is better than camping outdoors. I myself would love to have a bed again.
Why will you not allow me to have an audience with the king? This is a major national crisis, and I am a minister. King Equus is not in good health. Just the other day, he postponed this appointment with the people and has been resting since. I am Kuhn's father. How could I possibly order his capture? I request an immediate edict of injunction. What's more is that the nature of this emerald, we can't allow it to circulate in the country. It's a cursed magical stone. I understand. I will report to him at once. It would be remiss to leave out that you aren't looking so well either, Lord Morgan. Please leave this to us and get some rest. I cannot rest under such circumstances. To hell with this! To think I've been denied an audience with King Equus. I've never had this happen to me before. Though Morgan has returned from the battle for ownership over Dragon King Isle, his mind and body are deteriorating as he continues to frantically run around. Reciting the arrest order he placed on his son Kuhn in his trance, as well as investigating the true nature of the Black Emerald, which had been excavated en masse, and restricting its distribution are both top priorities. Yet he is faced with the reality of not being able to directly report either matter to the head of the state, King Equus. As strange as this all is, with heavy anxiety looming over his head, he heads towards Volun, a blacksmith who is an expert on mineral rocks. Volun, are you here? Why, if it isn't Lord Morgan. Just when I was thinking about how I hadn't seen you, I heard that you'd suddenly arrived with an investigation squad. Edgar, I've been wanting to meet you as well. Were you able to meet with King Equus? Well, about that. I really wanted to have the order of capture I supposedly issued to my own son Kuhn rescinded, but it was no use, wasn't it? I'm with you on that. I'm just glad to hear it wasn't your true intent, Lord Morgan.
Oh no! Your complexion looks awful. Please have a seat at once. My name is Charlotte. I'm a healing magic practitioner. Hopefully what I can do will be of help.
A soothing dark green veil gently envelops Morgan the moment Charlotte begins chanting. Although Morgan is capable of executing healing magic, he has been able to extend his powers to himself due to his extreme exhaustion. Much appreciated. Hey, does this have anything to do with the Black Emerald? Oh, thank you for reminding me. I've come to discuss that with you, Volun. What? That's Barlet, not Volun. What? Just as expected. This has to be a serious affair if the spies have been dispatched. And that I'm not entirely sure of. However, there have been numerous reports of adventurers becoming unwell after excavating the rock, which leads me to believe it has to be the cause. I brought with me healers and volunteers agents who are knowledgeable about the incidents. Hey, since I went and become a volunteer, I expect to be compensated out of pocket. Come on, Barlet, do it for old time's sake. I wanted to make my move once I discussed it with King Equus, but not even I was able to get that to happen. Come on, the Adventurers Guild is constantly causing trouble. Are you even properly managing it, Ed? What's the problem with causing trouble? That's our business. You of all people should know that. We got Volun now. For some reason, I don't know what I don't know what happened with Edgar back then, but how did I voice this dude again? Okay. I'll remind both of you that this is not a guild. Play rough elsewhere, why don't you? Volun! Well, if it isn't Lord Morgan, my apologies. I have no idea one of my investors had arrived. Well, I'm actually not here to discuss business. Of course, I'm aware that you're wanting to know more about this, am I right? Well, let me just check if Volun's voice. I think I'll make Volun's a bit more raspy and kind of lighter in a sense, but yeah. Ooh. Volun lays out a large quantity of black emeralds onto the table that he had stored in a gunny sack. Their radiance is just as dazzling as the first time he had laid his eyes on them. Their undetermined identity makes them all the more frightening. So you too were investigating them. Well, the guildmaster here and adventurers keep bringing them en masse to me. What on earth are they? Not even I know, and I too am an expert in rocks. Unfortunately, I'm just as perplexed as you. They don't appear to be some ore, however. They're likely the cores of some type of monster. Volan takes a black emerald and tosses it into the coal of his forge. It instantly emits a green glow as it goes ablaze. A green flame! This is not the sort of color you'd see from melting copper. I sense magic.
There's something unsettling about it. I asked a Verdantian friend of mine, and it appears that this sort of relic is only being found within the Federation.
Just as soon as the ominous green flame burns, does it dissipate and become replaced with a typical red flame. I do like this warmth though. The heat in this workshop feels nice. This workshop apparently. Morgan then stumbles to get closer to the coals in the heart. Really? The heat's unbearable to me. I've had the chills this whole time. As if walking in a trance, his very memories of the last few days merely crossed his mind in a broken stream. What? I think this was supposed to be a narrator dialogue.
You're exhibiting the same symptoms as the other patients.
Right. Everyone who's gotten ill, adventurers, seamen, soldiers on expeditions, have been hardly conscious. I haven't heard of an engineer being affected. I thought it had to be endemic to the coast since the Federation has so many waters and has plenty of water. Hey. The forge fire is not just a typical heart. I may be making lots of lowbrow things, but this happens to be a sacred flame and a precious tool of ours. An amateur with such thin skin as you will get burned instantly. Sorry, Volan. Could you allow me to be like this for just a little longer? Well, if you insist, Lord Morgan, but you mustn't be resentful towards me afterward. Thank you. Despite being exposed directly to the immense heat wave, Morgan doesn't budge away from the heart. Lord Morgan! With one final large cough, Morgan finally coughs up a candy-sized dark object. This is also a dark emerald! What the heck was inside of me? The emerald is moving! The black emerald he had coughed up rolling on the floor begins to transform into a magical beast covered in slime.
Heavens! It's a monster!
Volan picks up a large hammer and strikes the slime monster with a heavy thud without even flinching. Lord Morgan, are you alright? So, my poor condition was due to the emerald. To think that there was such a repulsive magical beast inside. The emeralds which had been left on the table has transformed into a slime monster and is aiming to attack the group. How could I miss such a disguise? I'll need to take him all out in one blow. Hey, my ore lighter! Edgar lights the flask of liquor in hands on fire and tosses it towards the slime monsters like a Molotov cocktail. The workshop quickly becomes enshrouded with the smell of high alcohol content. Once all the slime has been burned away, what is left are the emerald cores. Hey, what are you trying to do? Cause a fire here? Hey, no reason to get angry. That'd be far better than letting monsters live inside your workshop. So, I was being controlled by a monster? We can't let this get out of hand. If we don't also do something about the order of capture, they'll fall into the hands of these magical beasts. Edgar, please handle King Equus. I must find my son!
Oh, it's Yurt!
Fill out the register.
Oh, I see what's going on. I'll bring over dinner. The gang has finally arrived at the inn, introduced to them by Korka of the Royal Guard. From the outside, the inn looks like any other splendid lodge in town, but inside its thick walls, it's evident that all doors leading to guest rooms are strictly locked. So long as one doesn't leave one's room, any and all contact with the outside is essentially closed off. It's been 2 nights since Kun and the gang began staying here, and just as how Korka had promised, not a single soldier has come to investigate their whereabouts. Hey, Ball. What? I was thinking how staying here like this indefinitely is getting pretty lame. You're starving for trouble, aren't you? I mean, all you adventurers ever talk about is bringing about peace, but in the end you go out on quests just for the thrill it gives you. I'm not saying that I don't understand. Going about one's day monotonously would tire anyone. What's happening to the capital? And my father? Are you really thinking that much about your father in the capital? He's probably not even your real father. Barboros has no problem intruding on such a private matter, completely disregarding how Kun feels. Why would you say that? Now that you say it, you may be right. You are the least knowledgeable about yourself. I actually do know who I am. I'm not gonna let you of all people determine that for me or convince me otherwise. I may not be related to my brother or father by blood, but the time I've spent with them makes our relationships real. The mingled blood and time between him and Barboros, though, poses just as real of a dilemma for him, which of these bonds he holds is genuine. Though there is really no need for these bonds to conflict with each other. It's as if the dragon half of his body is coercing him to choose the obvious choice for itself. From the start, all you are is... Barboros has his back facing Kun as he looks out the window. The evening sun has mostly passed already. If I were to become a full-fledged dragon, would I be with you like this every day? Who knows? Despite the Barboros' indifferent reply, it's clear that this is exactly what would happen. While the unusual events still unfold in his homeland, Kun cannot possibly turn a blind eye to that. Yet it goes without saying that his own mood has in fact changed since the disappearance of the dark clouds of dusk. Even so, whenever it's brought up that he ought to fully transform into a dragon, he insists on clinging to his half-gone human form. The visitor you have asked for has arrived. Father! It can't be!
Kun! My son!
Wow. Father, I'm so sorry. It's because of me that Alec is no longer... I'm sure he fought valiantly until the bitter end. To think my child has passed away before me, and for this all to happen. Large tears fall to the ground from Morgan's withered face. As he turns away, his stature appears remarkably diminished. I'm just glad you were able to at least return. Paying no mind to Kun's dragon half, he envelops him in a strong embrace. The warmth of their love passes through those dragon scales all the same. I am not responsible for having issued an order for your arrest. I was being manipulated by a magical beast. I knew it! I've been trying to have it revoked, but I still can't get an audience with King Equus. What's more, the military is in complete upheaval beyond my control. I am so sorry for all the hard times that I put you through. I've been trying so hard to find you. Kun, you must be cautious towards that evil green skull called the Black Emerald. It is no stone. It is a sinister monster which pollutes the mind. I saw it transform into slime with my very own eyes. Slime! Despite putting in a request with the Adventurers Guild to collect and dispose of them,
the emeralds managed to circulate everywhere as a medium for magic, just like that. Father, your complexion! My body must have been tossing and turning when I last slept. I just can't keep up with this level of fatigue at this age. Father, please rest in my bed. Kun, please forgive me. Wow. Done talking already? Barboas can clearly guess as to what sort of conversation was had. Having to confront his bitter enemy after having consoled his father leaves Kun in an odd predicament. You no longer have to return to the capital. But there have to be people who are being afflicted by those emeralds. There's absolutely no people are being afflicted due to them, but it's already too late to act. The capital will surely fall due to its location directly above a large lair. No, that can't be! This place is becoming uncomfortable. We're leaving. I won't follow you. I shan't ask you why from you, but it's unfathomable for you to be so fixated on the past like this. My brother would always protect me. If it were him, he would go there to find the solution. Stop it with that talk. The one responsible for scattering those emeralds is the Shadow King, of which has chosen that lair as his dwelling. He is no match for you. If you're so willing to throw yourself in a trap like this, that you might as well just become mine already. So, you're not going to help? You still are no more than my brother's adversary, aren't you? Your brother is still alive. Probably. What did you just say? If I were to return that brother of yours from the past, who still managed to fetter you down, and bring an end to the chaos afflicting the capital, will you be gracious enough to view me in a different light? Wait a moment. How are you going to bring back my brother? Will you once and for all discard your past and accept your future as a dragon? I shall go to the capital's lair. You may stay here. Why do I have to stay here? What's wrong with me going along with you? If my brother is still alive, that's all the more reason for me to go. I cannot allow you to approach such a Shadow King of sinful desire until you've discarded your remaining human fragility. If you made the determination to discard your human fragility in the face of crisis, that would be one thing, but as of for now, no good will be had for your frantic demeanor. Wait, why must you always have to have it your way? Aren't you incapable of magic without me being there with you? I'm commanding you to not come. I can't move my body. My body feels the same way it did then. I realize that you are the one who decided to remain weak. Damn it! Move, body! The Dragon King's back then disappears into the dark of the night, unable to be seen. Paul, don't go! Kun's trembling fingers manage to scrape into the earth beneath him. Watching Barbaros leave before his eyes does indeed plunge him into a state of loneliness. The feelings that his heart harbors now are very similar to that fateful night before that deciding battle in which he learned of his brother's plan to propose. Unfortunately, whether or not those emotions are due to his dragon blood is still far beyond his comprehension. In Pays Blanc Castle, King Echoes has been confined to his bed for a long time. I feel terribly sluggish despite the rest. I hope I haven't caught something. Greasy sweat drips from his stiff body as his mind is overwhelmed with anxiety. Word of there being disorder in the military regulating the circulation of black emeralds. So much needs to be done. This is the moment to rise up and bring the Federation together. The monarchy will end up upon the return of the heroes. I will no longer be the person that my people need. Has all I've done for the people been forgotten? Those adventurers all have it so easy. If only I had simply become one myself. This is a first for the distinguished, wise king to outwardly express the frustration on his mind. No, I mustn't get out of hand. I cannot afford to lose my calm. Why? Why is my throat so parched? Stumbling to an old well, King Equus mustered the strength to hoist water up to drink with the pulley.
Equus. Equus.
Am I hearing things? No, that can't be. Peering into the well, a seemingly bottomless abyss extends into the darkness. I could have sworn I heard something from below. An old frightening tale by his attendant of a well monster snatched up naughty prints across his mind. He could not overlook this as a hallucination. A new dilemma seems to be emerging from the abyss. A powerful headache suddenly hits Equus. What am I looking at? Losing consciousness, Equus plunges down the well that he had been peering down into. Where am I? Who's there? Answer me! The Cave King Equus finds himself appears lifeless. His tense yells merely echoes aimlessly in the void. Not a single ray of light can be seen as he tries to peer back up at the well's surface. Memory leading to the fall was a blur. The nightmare alone is more taxing on his body than the fall itself. Miraculously, he appears unscathed. What's going on? This is terribly uncomfortable. The first thing his eye sees in the dark is a sticky substance he can hardly feel dripping off his fingers. It's moving. What? This is slime. Is this the bottom of the well? Rather than the water being at the bottom, a pile of gelatinous slime has enveloped his body. Don't get any closer, fiendish monsters! Falling on his bum as he tries shaking off the slime, his splitting headache prevents him from grasping the severity of his situation. Weighing down his outer garment, the slime soaks his glossy horsehair through his armor.
Why must you be so cold?
There it was, an audible voice in the darkness, the same vulgar voice he had faintly heard before. Who's there? Well, we got Jade, the Shadow King of Jealousy.
Hey, why must you call an old friend fiendish? That hurts my feelings, Equus.
Wait, you're...
So you do know, I'm Jade, the Shadow King of Jealousy. We were once together all the time, Equus.
Shadow King? Impossible. You're the sinful desire who dwells within the Grand Lair.
Ah, so you do remember. I've sensed your presence this whole time below your throne.
Silence! Fiendish devil!
Ah, mellifluous jealousy flows from your bosom. Ah, at last we shall become one.
What are you talking about? There's no such jealousy within me. The slime! Stop it, I say! The slime at his feet aimed for his chest as if a magnet inside him were canceling out his resistance.
Don't you see all this simmering, glowing slime? Take a good look at it while you're here. Your jealousy has seeped down from your throne and traveled its way here by the waters of this lair.
Slime tentacles once again wrap around his thick neck. Warding them off is his only means of stopping it from forging an unwanted bond. Stop! Not there!
Haven't you grown tired of being a pretty king? I understand your envy.
Silence! How could you possibly know?
You built the waterworks, promoted trade, and invited all those adventurers. Yet each and every one of them simply acts as they please. I understand the feelings that you've been harboring as you witness your federation fall into disarray. No matter how much you invest yourself, the demand never ceases. To make matters worse, these reckless independence declarations have made you even more lonesome, huh?
Hell!
You and I both wish to become one with those who have fallen apart from us. Equus, together, we can do anything! So long as we have the dragon element, we could unite the whole world, not just your federation.
You and I are not the same at all. I could never join hands with a demonic force.
So you would join hands with me if I weren't demonic. Your discrimination is the least of my interest. Be candid with me, Equus. The citizens, the heroes, the washed up adventurers and outlaws. In reality, you're insanely envious and jealous of each and every last one of them, aren't you? Yet, your desire is to become one with them. Am I wrong?
I am...
Well, I'll do the reject jade first.
I am King Equus of the Federation of Pace Blanc. I shall not capitulate to your demonic temptations.
Huh, cut the virtuous nonsense. What you fail to realize, it's already too late. I'm already fully inside of you. Remember how refreshing that cold well water was?
You don't mean... The moment their gazes cross each other, Equus' body is ravaged by the ferocious chill. As the slime continues to creep up on him, no amount of strength is able to repel them. Is this all the Federation's mayhem you're doing?
My, aren't you becoming even cuter? I quite like the idea of your insides being wrecked by me. That's my specialty. Now, let's become one, Equus.
On the third morning since staying at Yurt's Inn, Morgan is sound asleep in the bed next to you.
Paul!
Kun is lying down in Barbaros' bed. The pillow and sheets retain his faint scent. Dragon King Barbaros isn't here.
Sir Barbaros, good morning! Today's yet another peaceful morning. Boy, I wish I could stay this way. Wait a minute.
Paul's not here.
No way! Did you two get into another argument?
Amory, could you gather everyone for me? There's something I need to discuss with everyone.
Alec is alive? Are you for real? Is that really possible?
I'm not sure if that's true or not, which is why I haven't told my father. Although I don't believe that Ball was lying.
There've been plenty of times Sir Barbaros didn't kill the heroes that faced him.
Huh?
In exchange, he had the Isle's Lair Overlord eviscerate them body and soul. No way! It is poor taste despite how they've tried killing him, though it is very much like him to do that.
Wait, what if Alec is alive though?
There's luck in leisure. Let's just leave this to the Dragon King.
Don't be ridiculous. Then Kun would just wake us up every morning to action. Robin has a sarcastic smile on his face as he concedes to Leonard, only after being jabbed though. Leon! You're gonna follow him, aren't you? That meddling little Dragon King. I believe Ball likely went to the capital, most likely the Grand Lair under the castle's control. Ball didn't want me going with him, but if his magic runs out,
he'll become smaller.
At this rate, the capital will... What's going on? War horses can be heard approaching outside, causing everyone in hiding to be on full alert. Everyone, stay hidden. Let me handle anything that comes out. An order from the capital. Oh, An order from the capital! Hear ye! Thou shalt not drink from wells, lest ye be poisoned by magic forces. That is... It was a capital soldier urgently shouting outside. I guess the capital is in an even worse quagmire. It sure looks like staying here won't spare us from the trouble. We should go. At best, we'll become heroes to the capital.
You really think it'll be that smooth? I want to go too. Is that okay? I'm sure Sir Barboros can manage, but I'll follow too.
Everyone! Oh, I see everyone is gathered. I am Kuhn's father, the finance minister of Pays Blanc. Are we heading out?
Yeah, we're going to the capital. I'm so sorry we didn't tell you.
We just met though. What's going on? Is there a reason as to why you must go?
I feel like we have to go even if Alec were here. Our goal after all was to bring about peace.
Kuhn!
Elaine seemed shocked by Kuhn's demeanor, given Kuhn's half-hearted attitude towards getting rid of the dark clouds of dusk.
How could I stop you? It's fine, it really is. You were full-fledged adults the moment you became adventurers. I would love to join you if I could, but I would surely become a burden.
Lord Morgan, please don't strain yourself again.
Take this with you. This is my minister-level travel permit. No soldier would ever arrest you with this on you. Please keep a watch over my son. Of course.
Morgan's handshake with his new friends reflects his plebeian past, despite being the Minister of Finance.
Kuhn, please come back to me alive.
I promise.
Alright, so I think it's actually been almost an hour. It's already an hour. So I think I'll just cut the footage there for part 1 and 2. So yes, if there's just not enough footage for the last few parts, this is a very long chapter, by the way. I'll just combine them together. So yeah. So anyways, thank you so much for watching episode 3 or chapter 1 of The Black Emerald. I hope you enjoy. I finally have the freedom, I finally have the time to film all of these footage, so yeah. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all whenever. Bye bye!